probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Sometimes I need to
I'm a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. I'm like, Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I did to those.
What's up, YouTube? It's Mario-TooNitrous. Is the transmission down? Is basically, y'all see it in the link in the description. So what had happened, so my car was shifting like bad. When I mean like bad, it was shifting bad. Like I stopped at I come to a complete stop and get ready to pull off, and it shifts bad as hell. Like it won't accelerate when it will accelerate, but it's a late accelerating. It shifts like hard. So I ended up coming out probably the next day to get ready to. Well, I can't even talk, to get ready for this event. Couldn't even go to the event due to my car wouldn't drive. It wasn't going forward. It was like not trying to go forward, barely going backwards. I had to push it back into the parking spot. So I took a few days I thought it was my transmission that went out, because a lot of people, when you do a lot of burnouts, all that drifting and sliding, it wears out your transmission. So I thought it was my clutch. So I waited a few days to come out and look at the car because it's been so hot, and I'm from Oklahoma, so it's very, very hot down here. So I waited, and my car's like up under like a little port. So I went ahead and waited like the other day. I went ahead and came outside, went to go ahead and figure out what was wrong with it. So first, like the day it happened, I just went up underneath the car to see if it had any transmission fluid, and I forgot that with my Camaro, it don't have a dipstick, and like the way to enter the transmission fluid and everything, you have to lift the car up and get underneath the car to basically, like, you got to grab like a little tube. I have to show y'all what a tube, like the tube that I'm talking about. Walmart sell them, and then you have to pump the transmission fluid into the transmission through a little small hole that's on the transmission. So I did that, and I heard, like, I put a little bit in there to see, and I heard nothing. I heard like some hit the drain pan. So like if you grab like a full water bottle and you grab like a tea container, like to pour like a water container or whatever, and you pour it in there, and it makes like a little sound to where, like, if you filling it up. So I knew my transmission was empty. So I waited till a few days later, and I went ahead and went back outside, and I pulled the drain plug on the transmission. Nothing came out. So I put it back in, and I start looking around, and that explains what that little, because if you coolant is a lot thinner and thinner than what is it called, transmission fluid. Transmission fluid is very thick. So I went to the front of my car, and they have a radiator. They have I can't even talk. It's a transmission hose that go on the radiator. It's like connects to the bottom of the radiator. So I already had a radiator leak, guys. So how I found out it was the front, I had looked at the ground, and it looked like it was oily. It wasn't cooling, it looked oily. So something told me to get underneath the car where the radiator is. I lifted it up, and let you know, all my transmission fluid drained from the hose. So basically, I think it went from a coolant leak to me not trying to, like, me BSing on replacing it, and then it turned into basically that transmission hose leaking, basically the gasket or whatever it is. So something kept telling me, do not order a transmission, so I didn't. My total came up to, well, I called AutoZone. I called like multiple AutoZones. They didn't have my part. They said they would have to order it. So I called O'Reilly's. One O'Reilly's didn't have it, but they had it at the Hub store. So I went to the Hub store, grabbed the last one. I spent like I think it was $491 or $461. I don't remember. I think it was $461, maybe $465, because I had to get coolant. I went out there. Went back to the house, took out the radiator, basically took everything out. First, before me entering the transmission fluid, I changed out the radiator first, and then I put the did I put the coolant in? Yeah, I put the coolant in, and then I got up underneath the car, and I started pumping the transmission fluid into the transmission, and then I had started up the car, I had let the coolant roll in first and heat up and get into the system. And then I drove forward and then I drove backwards and it was working fine. So I went ahead and tested it and drove around the neighborhood, drove on the streetway to see if it was shit hard, and it stopped doing it. So it wasn't my transmission, it was basically the radiator where it was leaking. It was leaking from the hose up front. So I got that fixed and the car's back up and running, which I had found the transmission. After tax, it was like $1,229, and then I found another one that was local. And it was sitting at 132,000 miles, and I'm like, that's kind of too much. And then I had to see how much was the shipping. They wanted $322 for shipping, and I could have picked it up if I was to go with it, which I wasn't. So I figured out the problem. That's up and running. I'm actually finna get ready to park somewhere so I can show y'all where it was leaking. I actually thought they gave me the wrong radiator, but they didn't. Because it was weird, and I was wondering, and I had found when I had opened up the radiator, they had these little cap covers that went over this thing. So I don't know if it's the manual radiators is different from the ones that's on here. I don't know, because I never owned a manual car. It probably is, I don't know. You never know until you look. But I changed the radiator, which I also went to Firestone to get it like a checkup because I didn't feel like doing it. Now, it was like 2 months ago, and they said I had a power steering leak. So I started thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, it can't be my power steering, because I recently had, after buying my car, I did a couple donuts and my power steering pump went out. So I recently, recently just changed my power steering pump. So it wasn't that. Come to find out, it was my transmission fluid. They seen a lot of fluid, like, that looked like transmission fluid. The whole time it wasn't. Well, they thought it was power steering fluid. The whole time it was transmission fluid. So I got that figured out. Y'all finna be like, oh, your tires is bald. They look like drag tires. That's how bald my tires is. Did I do anything to the Camaro? Yeah, I did. But yeah, besides the video that's already dropped, that's about it. I gotta put these side emblems on. I'm not gonna say what they are. I should have actually been and put them on. I've been having them emblems for about maybe 2-3 months now, probably longer than that. But I do know I'm actually getting ready to order drag pack tires, and I actually found the turbo kit for my for this V6 Camaro, but I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm sticking to LS3. It would be raw if I did it, because I don't want to spend that much money and then I go get an LS3 and then I had to put money into that to get it installed and everything, which when I even get it installed, I'll do it myself. As y'all see, they're gonna charge it right there. I don't know if y'all can see, but we actually going into Walmart parking lot because it's the closest big lot I can do this stuff at. But yeah, I know real soon I'm actually finna be throwing my first big event. I don't know when, but I do know when I hit 500 subscribers, I'm either gonna do a giveaway, or I'm gonna get some more mods, or get another vehicle for the channel, which I don't know yet. Probably be a Corvette or SS sedan. You never know. I haven't really made it. Right, this is distracting me. I haven't really made up my mind. I don't know if y'all do it. When I'm at Walmart, I double park in parking spots. I always did that. But let me show y'all this right quick. Oh look, y'all, it's a dead bug. My music probably did it. Vibration and stuff. Let me keep this working. So you can lock the keys on the car. But as y'all see, this is a new radiator. It ain't no leaks or nothing. Like the hose that was leaking, I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's that little hose right there that's poking out. That's the one that was leaking, which I found that I haven't got around to clean up under engine, like up into the things. I gotta go run in Walmart to get the cleaner spray. But the radiator that I had last time that I ordered, that was the wrong one. They just, I don't know if they sent me the wrong one, but like my fitments came, like, well, it said it fit my car, so I ordered it. Crazy thing is, it did not fit. So I was wondering why my what's-the-names weren't trying to, I ain't never seen that, y'all. AC off due to high engine temp. It says engine overheated, idle engine. So that's actually crazy that just did that while I was recording the video. We actually gonna go ahead and, I think I know what it is. It has to be my coolant. And as y'all see, it does that. My fans stay on when it's like overheat. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm not gonna open it just yet because the fans stay on to cool the engine down. So the only thing that's gonna make my car overheat, it has to be the coolant. It has to be. Cause I had put some in it and it seemed like it was filled. Which the engine light popped up. I can run a dial on it, which we might go ahead and do it on this YouTube video since it already popped up. Well, I can't because I'm recording off my phone and I have this app. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, y'all, this is a minor issue, which I like I said, I already know what it is. Which we gonna fix that, like, actually before we leave, drop off, even though I'm around the corner from the house. But yeah, that's what happened with I actually thought it was my transmission the whole time. It wasn't. That's why it's best to if you don't know how to diagnose your car, send it to a shop. But me, I know how to. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Y'all like, share, subscribe, turn on y'all post notifications, and y'all tune in.